This is Smithy.tv.
Hi, I'm Katie Ullman reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto with in a basement, yes, with the award-winning comedy writer Chris Finn. What inspired you to become a writer?
Well, I had all these awards, and I thought I better do something. I just hear award-winning is so funny, and this has this post-award show feel. We're in a basement. Is it this camera? Is it this one or that?
That's the two shot, and that's your close-up.
Oh, okay. It's just we're in a basement in Toronto on Elm Street, across from Barbarians, which I might go to later, actually, if anyone sees this. How do you not eat there every day? I would be even bigger than I am eating steak every day. So that's really why I did this, because there's a Barbarian steakhouse across the street. What were you asking me?
How did you get into writing? What inspired you to pursue it as a career?
Nothing really inspired me. I didn't, maybe by default. I was a stand-up for a long time, and I had opened for the Kids in the Hall a couple of times, and a really good friend who wrote on that show, and he got a job in LA, Brian Hart, and he urged me to send some spec scripts in to Mad TV, Adam Small and Fax Barr's show. It ran for years and years. And I did. I flew down and I met them, and they absolutely wanted nothing to do with me. But I think Brian sort of pressed it, and this is under the Clinton administration when you could go work in the States, and so I did that. I went and worked on Matt TV for a year, and came back to Canada, and a much wiser man, and went and worked on 22, and then didn't work for a while, and now I work with Rick Mercer.
And what has been the most challenging aspect of being a comedy writer?
Probably trying not to drink too early in the day. Trying to stave it off till about 4, until you start to shake, and then better have a drink. That's probably the biggest challenge. Keeping weight off, I find. Remaining interesting to women, well, it's nearly impossible. Trying not to be such a recluse, because it is kind of a reclusive sort of, it can be anyway, depending on, that's how I do it. Some people are gadflies, they're really good at sort of socializing and writing. I know guys who still perform and write, but I just prefer to just concentrate on one thing at one time, because I'm linear, I guess. Would that be the right use of linear? See, I don't know.
Sure. And what's your writing process like? How do you come up with jokes? And how do you go about crafting them?
Do we have moisturizer? Because I can't believe my arm is like, it's January. Oh, okay. Sorry, what?
Where do you get your material, and how do you craft your jokes?
Just really instinct, I think. And, you stink when you start. So and I certainly did for a long time. And coming from a stand-up background, you're really cocky. You think, like you can envision something funny, but putting it on paper is the challenge. And writing for somebody else's voice, you have to be very selfless that way, or not self-interested so much anyway. Selfless makes it sound like you threw yourself in a grenade, but it's not. There's no real process other than, I think, muscle memory is underrated in writing. People tend to think of it as this tortured, the blank page horseshit, and I don't believe that. I believe what Richler said, not that I'm, comparing myself to Mordecai Richler at all. He said, if you can't write for 2 hours a day, go sell shoes. And I think a lot of it has to do with sitting down and just doing it. And I'm often amazed at how, even when I have no ideas, if I just sit down and start batting stuff around, then stuff starts to happen. It's very much muscle memory, I think. Crafting it, less is always more. I know people who won't read a script if it's this much words. Like, they want to see shorter paragraphs, and less is more. And I can tell, if someone asks me to read a script, I can tell where they are in their career and their experience level by just looking at the first page without even reading anything, just by the size of paragraphs. If it's like, oh my God, look at all these words, I know they haven't been doing it very long. You should be 2-3 sentences if you can keep it to that,
And what is it like working on the Rick Mercer report? And is he actually as cool as he seems?
Yeah, he's a very cool guy. I've known him a long time, and we're both Newfoundlanders, so it's he's a great guy, and he's a hard-working cat, and it's a fun gig. It's we're at the CBC, we don't work for the CBC, so we have our own kind of enclave of non-corporate sort of entity, meaning we have beer in our snack fridge and stuff. So it's a great gig. We're at season 10. It's, we're getting the luckiest guy. It's a great gig, and the country seems to like it. I hope it goes forever, I really do. It won't, but, I hope it goes for as long as we can find events in Canada to do, I think, You can only go shark fishing with Margaret Atwood so many times, I think. So we hope it goes and goes and goes. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And what are your goals for the future? I mean, I'm sure you'll be writing on Rick Mercer for at least a while longer. No, nothing. I don't know why I said that. But do you think that you'll be writing a feature screenplay, or do you have hopes to maybe write a book on your experience in the business?
I wrote a feature with a friend of mine, Dave McKenzie. We haven't really shopped it around. I think we're still sort of in the, we haven't gotten around to the second draft yet. I pitched sitcoms and stuff, and have worked on sitcoms. So, it's timing, and it's fluke, and it's luck, and it's this, that, and the other. And I'd love to get my own project off the ground, up and running. The problem with that is I'm probably one of the laziest guys around. There's a whole phalanx of writers who are way more energetic than I am, and then they get shows, and hopefully they call me, and I get a job. But I'm really lazy, so, it's probably, it's like playing the lottery if you don't buy tickets. So.
And what was it like for you to win a Canadian Comedy Award? And you have won 3 Geminis and been nominated for an extra 2. And how has it been to be recognized by the community?
It's flattering. I don't take a lot of stock in it, and I don't mean to sound, I have the awards physically. I don't, they can have them back anytime they want them if they want to recycle them. I don't believe a great deal in an award process, and not just because they're Canadian, just because I don't know how you say one thing's better than another. But it's flattering, but I don't put a lot of stock in it, and neither does the Canadian industry, really. And that's, that might sound bitter, but it's the truth. Really, a Gemini or a Canadian Comedy Award, the best thing about them is they will help you get a green card. That's the ironic thing to me, is that it will help you get out of Canada. Because Americans care about that kind of thing. They go, oh, look, he's recognized in his own country. But Canada's a lot like Ireland, I think, in that we don't recognize our own talent very much. We put on a good show about it, and we certainly ask, why don't we, a lot. And it's not sour grapes. It is just an actual fact. And I'm someone who's been lucky enough to sort of make a living. So I just think it's a fact. I don't know how good Canadians are to each other. And let that be a lesson. Be better to each other.
And what advice would you give to an aspiring writer?
Try acting. I think you should probably be an actor. And then if that doesn't work out, then get into writing. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Get a show and hire me is what I think you should probably do, because you're probably much more energetic than I am. I think it's just, you don't get discouraged. There's always someone who's going to be working and you're not. There's always someone better than you. You're never anybody's first choice. And enjoy it and study the greats, and do it every day is the only way you're going to get better.
And don't write in large paragraphs.
Don't write in large paragraphs. Nobody wants to read them. It's too tiring.
Absolutely. And where's the best place to find out more information on you and your work online? IMDb?
I don't know. There's nothing on me on IMDb, I don't think. I haven't.
There is.
Is there? Oh, I'm sure it's minimal. I don't really. The way I thought you were going to say, like it was like a Hinterland ad for more information. I'm next to the beaver on the Hinterland thing. There's me. I'm an ubiquitous woodland creature. So, no, there isn't really anything on me. I don't, I'm a writer. Who wants to, who cares?
I do.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm here, though. So, it's,
Thank you.
You can ask me anything you want. You don't have to go to a web page.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your nomination for a Canadian Screen Award, and best of luck at the award ceremony.
Well, thank you. I won't be there personally. They wanted money for me to go. They sent a nice little email saying, "We will sell you a ticket at a reduced price." I thought that's the writer's life. Absolutely. If anybody wants to know what it is to be a writer, that's right there in a nutshell. That's perfect. I'm happy for all the guys I work with who care about that kind of stuff, and it's a great honor and all that stuff, and especially for the guys I work with.
Thank you so much, Chris. This was a pleasure, and congratulations on all of your success, and best of luck in the future.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Katie Allman reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto.